This is Golden Eagle basketball.
Gets inside the lane, right-handed layup, good, plus the foul. He got it. First three of the ball game for the Golden Eagles.
Every game, every moment, every season on the journey to March. Right here on the ORU Sports Network, powered by Playfly.
Crosses over, step back three, you bet! Oral Roberts pulls out a stunner.
Now, here's the voice of the Golden Eagles, Connor Clark.
Live from the Swinney Center in Kansas City, Missouri, it is the regular season finale for Golden Eagle basketball as Oral Roberts is back on the road as they wrap up the regular season series with the Kansas City Roos. Hi, everybody. This is Connor Clark here on the ORU Sports Network. This is the Empire Fence pregame show. So glad to have you along for the ride here on this Saturday evening to close out the regular season here in 2025-26. So ORU coming in at a record of 8-22, and they have won 2 games in a row, a record of now 3-12 in the Summit. The Kansas City Roos at 4-25, currently on what is a 13-game losing streak, and they are 1-4, or 14 in the Summit League this season. Just 3-10 in this building, and 1-15 on the road. ORU 0-13 on the road, and of course, well, we don't need to remind you about what is now a 34-game road losing streak, which is the longest road losing streak in the entire country. Last time ORU won a true road game, you got to go all the way back to January 3rd of 2024 when they took on Montana State and defeated Bobcats on the road. And the last time ORU won a conference road game, you got to go all the way back to late February of 2023 when Max Asmus and company won in Brookings against South Dakota State to close out the 22-23 season. Of course, that's you winning 30 games, one of the winningest teams in a single season in program history. So, bad history trying to get ended here tonight by Oral Roberts and a team that is playing with a ton of confidence right now as we enter the final game of the regular season. But before we get into more of ORU, well, let's revisit the Kansas City Roos and, well, let's refresh your memory on the Kansas City Roos off of a loss against South Dakota State final here at the Swinney Center, 73-59, South Dakota State in front. And the leading scorer was C.J. Evans for Kansas City. 20 points and 6 assists for him. No turnovers as well in that stat line. An impressive day for C.J. Evans. Jason Penny pitched in 15 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. And then outside of that, it was a struggle offensively. Carmelo Branch, the team's leading scorer on a game average mark, only 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists in that one. And the Roos struggled offensively, just shot 35% for the field. They did make 10 threes on 28 attempts, which also equates to just over 35%, and they were 60% from the free throw line. And, well, offense has not been the Roos' strong suit so far this year. They're averaging 69.6 points per game, which is dead last in the Summit League. They are also last in field goal percentage at 41.5% and three-point percentage at 30.1%, and they are 8th in the conference in free throw percentage. Rebounding has also not fared the Roos well this season. They average 33.6 rebounds per contest. However, they have an average margin of minus 6.2. So they have struggled immensely on the glass, and ORU has done a much better job on the glass as of late. We'll get more into that as the broadcast progresses. Finally, turnovers per game, 13.3 for the Roos, which is a margin of minus 1.3 per game. They are led by Carmelo Branch, as we mentioned earlier, averaging 12.2 a game, 2 points, rebounds, 1.3 assists. He had 18-4 against ORU and a 69-60 loss at the Mabee Center on February the 12th. And, of course, a little bit of a struggling day for him against South Dakota State with that 7-4. He's averaging exactly 12.2 in Summit League play as well. He's one of the better three-point shooters in the league at 2.2 three-point field goals made per game, and he did get off 10 threes against South Dakota State. Of course, he didn't convert, but he got those attempts off, so a guy who is not afraid to fire. C.J. Evans, as mentioned, coming off of 20 points, 6 assists, another guy who can fill it up, averaging 11.9 a game, 2.5 rebounds, 3.8 assists. He is the best assist man on the roster here for Kansas City and one of 4 double-figure scores on the year this year. The other two double-figure scores are a couple of familiar names. Jason Petty averaging 10.8 a game, 4.1 rebounds, 1.7 assists. He's coming off of 15 points against South Dakota State and one of those two returners from a season ago. He's accompanied by Kashim Grady II, averaging 10.2 a game, 3.2 rebounds, and 1.2 assists. He's coming off of a 4.4 rebound performance against South Dakota State. He did not play in that first meeting against Oral Roberts, so that is something to look out for as well. And again, a pretty solid shooter, averaging 1.5 3-point field goal makes per game in Summit League play. Also a pesky defender, averaging a steal per game in Summit League play as well. I know it's been kind of an interesting season for the Roos. They let go of Marvin Menzies earlier in January, but they're letting him coach out the rest of the season. And this will be his final regular season game with the Roos, final home game with the Roos as well. And Mark Turgeon will be the name that takes over for him, one of the biggest stories during the Summit League season so far. And while Marvin Menzies in 3 years, a 44-82 record in 15 seasons as a head coach, he is 290 and 241 stops in the Mountain West and in the Big West as well for Marvin Menzies. And he's accompanied by Joe Esposito, Michael Bowden, Anthony Richardson, Jake Cates, and Zeb Kulovich, as well as the assistants. As on the other side for Oral Roberts, well, trying to stop what is a lengthy losing streak, but they have won 2 in a row, and they're coming off of easily their best offensive performance of the season, putting up 102 points on Denver 2 nights ago and a 102-80 win on senior night. Quite a way to close out the home schedule, and it was led by a historic performance in Ty Harper's 47 points, a career high for him by a while, and he was a perfect 21 of 21 from the charity stripe, which is the most out of any D1 player this season. He's also the first Division I player to score 45 or more points and go 20 on 20 or better from the free throw line in a game since USC's John Block did it in 1966. Credit Jared Benson for that, or Burson rather, for that stat. But a historical performance from Ty Harper in a night where ORU shot it at a nearly 53% rate, 43% from beyond the arc, and they made 35 of 39 free throws. That was a historic performance. He had 47. Luke Gray pitched in 17. He only missed once from the field, and Connor Dow had 13. Cal Furnish had 12 off the bench as well. So it was good to see him get aggressive in that offensive mode, and, well, we saw him do just that. And that's what we've talked about over the last couple of weeks. This ORU coaching staff has been dying to see number 6 get aggressive on the offensive end, and he answered the bell on Thursday night. So ORU has now won 2 in a row, trying to make it 3 in a row, and 3 in a row heading into the conference tournament, which, if you're going to build momentum at any point in the season, now is the time to do so in late February heading into early March. And it is also kind of hard to believe that this is an ORU team that did lose 13 in a row at one point this year, and now all of a sudden we're talking about loads of momentum heading in their favor as they look for the season sweep over Kansas City. They're averaging 72.6 points per game, which is 8th in the league, but they give up 78.3 points per game, which is 6th in the league. 42.1% from the field, 8th in the league. 31.2% from 3, that is also 8th in the league. 75.4% from the free throw line, which is 2nd in the league. They average 34.3 rebounds, which is a margin of minus 1.5, and 13.4 turnovers, which is a margin of negative 2.3. And, of course, ORU trying to stop the longest road losing streak in the entire country at 34 consecutive losses. They had a golden opportunity to do so here tonight, and we will get into the play of Ty Harper as the broadcast progresses. As you can imagine, we will see a healthy dose of Ty Harper here tonight as he is averaging over 30 a game over his last 4 games. He has also made 41 consecutive free throws. I don't think there's any scarier right now in the country to guard than Ty Harper. I'd like to see somebody else pull a rabbit out of the hat for that argument, but that's going to be my claim right now as he is playing at an otherworldly level. This is the Empire Fence pregame show here for the Swinney Center in Kansas City, Missouri. This is the ORU Sports Network. So good to have you along for the ride here on Saturday night. And as the pregame show continues, we will catch up with assistant coach Donovan Williams. In our pregame interview segment, we will preview the Roos here tonight and how ORU can pull off the regular season sweep and take 3 consecutive victories into the conference tournament in Sioux Falls starting on Wednesday, where these two teams will face off for a second consecutive time in that 8-9 play-in game, which has been locked in. We'll also take a further look into the Summit League standings as some games have been final already here today, and that has had seeding implications for Sioux Falls as well next week. So all that more is coming your way next. Stick with us. This is the Empire Fence pregame show right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Hillsville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
This is number 1, Ty Harper, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Golden Eagle basketball is right around the corner. Time to get you geared up with everything you need to know with the Empire Fence pregame interview. Here's Connor Clark.
Welcome back into the Empire Fence pregame show ahead of Oral Roberts in Kansas City, the regular season finale. Connor Clark now joined by assistant coach Donovan Williams. And coach, second time around with the Roos. It'll actually be the second of 3 times you guys will see the Roos. And a team in Kansas City that really doesn't have that much to lose. And when you face a team like that, well, it can always pose its unique challenges. So how do you guys approach this game here tonight on their senior night and try and complete the season sweep?
Yeah, we don't take this opportunity for granted. You know, they're a very talented team. Their coaching staff has done an amazing job with those guys this year and got them playing hard and playing very connected right now. Obviously it's their senior night, so they're going to come play with a lot of passion and a lot of emotion. But, we've done our due diligence as far as, preparing for these guys and just trying to get our players ready to go and try to go get a road dub.
They've got 4 players averaging double figures, all led by Carmelo Branch at 12.2 points per game, and he's coming off of just 7 against South Dakota State. So a little bit of a quieter night for him, but that doesn't mean that they don't have other players that can hurt you from outside. And when we talk about players hurting you from outside, it's CJ Evans as well. So how do you neutralize that widespread attack, especially defensively?
Yeah, they got a lot of dynamic guards. And, yeah, C.J. Evans, their point guard, the head of the snake. He's coming off a 20-point game last game. So, he's playing with a high confidence and a lot of swag to his game right now. So, we're going to have our hands full trying to slow him down. But, they got a lot of guys. The kid Petty went 5 for 8 from 3 last game as well. So, their guard play is really good. And, we're going to have our hands full trying to contain those guys and trying to limit and make their lives tough for the next 2 hours.
I know Kansas City hasn't had the year that they wanted, especially record-wise, with just the 1 conference win. But they have gotten a road conference win this year, and they've taken South Dakota to overtime and a couple of other teams. It's been pretty close in their building down the stretch. So what have you noticed, just their fight level in those games and being able to pull one out on the road and keep things close?
Yeah, they play very hard. When they're locked in, they're as tough as anybody. They've given a lot of people a lot of challenges all year. Sometimes they don't necessarily execute down the stretch as the best, but they're really talented and they're a very dangerous team with a lot of weapons. So, again, we're not taking them for granted. We're not overlooking them right now. We're solely focused on UMKC and excited about the opportunity tonight.
On a nightly basis, they get out-rebounded on an average of about 6. And you guys have been pretty good about crashing the glass over the last, say, 3 or 4 weeks now with 40 rebound performances in 3 of your last 7. And How do you continue that trend here tonight? And what about KC makes them struggle in that area?
I'm not quite sure. I think for us, we just got to worry about us. We got to be disciplined in our habits. Shot goes up, turn, hit your man, be out to hit. And then we obviously teach our guys to be aggressive when the shot goes up to hit the offensive rebound, offensive glass. So, we just got to worry about ourselves and, try to get extra possessions as much as we can.
Now, they've struggled defensively. They're last in the league at 83.5 points allowed per game. And, well, you guys are coming off of easily the best offensive performance of the season. So how do you keep that momentum rolling? And it's like the flow of the offense and the quality of the shots that you guys have been able to get over the last few games has significantly improved.
Yeah, Ty Harper had an incredible 47 point performance the other night. We were able to score over 100. So, yeah, Ty Harper can bring that energy in again. I'll take it for sure.
Well, I know you mentioned Ty scoring 47, and he's averaging a little over 30 in his last 4. He's arguably one of the scariest guards to try and stay in front of, not only in the Summit League, the entire country. And what has it been about him and just his aggressiveness level down the stretch? I know he's been leading the team in scoring for the better part of the entire season, but it just seems like a new level has been unlocked with Ty.
Yeah, we've been very pleased with his approach and his progression throughout the year. He's at first, it was a very, very quiet kid, unsure kind of what to say here and there. But, man, he's as loud and as vocal as anybody that we have on our team right now. And, he's playing with a great amount of confidence. And we need, that continued leadership, to finish out the month of February and head into March.
Luke Ray's another guy who's playing with a ton of confidence as of late. And he had 17 and 8 against Denver in that win. And he only missed one shot, and it was a 3 when essentially the game was already decided. But his aggressiveness level, as well as Ty's, has just skyrocketed, and his overall confidence level, he just looks like a brand new player.
Yeah, Luke's been great. We've been very pleased with his progression throughout the year. He's playing with a lot more force and just a lot more confidence and, reassuring presence out there and, just continue to play hard. So we want him to continue to play with a high motor and, keep that effort up.
And moving into tonight, you guys have had obviously not the season you've wanted record-wise, has featured a lengthy losing streak, but you have a chance to make it 3 conference wins in a row heading into the conference tournament. So how has the energy level been with the guys and just their overall confidence level as well?
Yeah, I give our guys a lot of credit, man. They've been fully locked in and committed throughout the process. And, and that's what the season's been. Like life in itself is going to have ups and downs, but, our guys have been locked in. They've come with a mature approach and, prep, and they've been a joy to be around each and every day. So I'm excited, and I'm curious and excited to see how far we can go here.
I know adversity is always tough, especially for a brand new group like this. And at this point in the year, you hesitate to call them brand new because they've been around each other for a while, but how have you seen them just respond from some of those hardships and some of those performances that have not gone their way? Because, again, it looks like kind of a brand new team over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I give the guys a lot of credit, just letting us, allowing us to coach them and, us staying locked into the game plan and approaching each day like a new day and, just trying to be the best and put the best foot forward each and every day. So we're excited to continue to thrive, to get better.
The last thing for you, what do you think is the biggest key for your team's success here tonight?
Yeah, just fly around, energy and effort. Control what you can control, your energy, your effort, your attitude. If we check those 3 boxes, I like where we are those last 4 minutes of the night.
Well, as always, Coach, thanks so much for the time. Good luck tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you, and happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. That's the assistant coach, Donovan Williams. We'll have starting lineups and tip-off coming your way next. This is the Empire Fence pregame show.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagle basketball is coming your way right now. Time for tip-off on the ORU Sports Network.
We're getting ready to rock here from the Swinney Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. That was the Empire Fence pregame show as the final game of the regular season is upon us, believe it or not. And ORU going for their 3rd consecutive victory, back-to-back wins over South Dakota and Denver to close out the home schedule. And now they turn their attention to the nation's longest road losing streak and trying to put an end to that. And, well, they've got one of the best players in the country as of late, Ty Harper, leading the way, averaging 30.2 points per game over his last 4. He has not missed from the free throw line in his last 41 attempts. And, of course, coming off of a historic 47 points on Thursday night against the Denver Pioneers. He looks to continue that production here tonight. Let's get your starting lineups first for the Kansas City Roos. It starts off with junior Jason Petty, junior C.J. Evans, senior Kashim Grady II, senior Adarin Scott, and graduate student Jerome Paul. The head coach in his 3rd and final season Marvin Menzies, a record of 44-82 in his 15th season overall as a head coach, a record of 290 and 241. Oral Roberts looks like this. It starts off with a graduate student, Ty Harper, who made headlines on Thursday night. Back into the starting lineup and back from illness, it's redshirt junior Chase Martin, who missed Thursday's game due to the flu, but he is back and ready for some ball here tonight. Junior Connor Dow follows him up. Redshirt sophomore Ofri DeVay and a sophomore Luke Gray round out the starting five for the Golden Eagles. So a little bit more of a traditional look here in the starting five for ORU here on Saturday night. The head coach of your Golden Eagles in his first season, Corey Barnett, a record of 8-22 this season, and looking to finish up his first season on a positive note and looking for 3 consecutive wins to close out the 2025-26 season. All-time series is led by ORU 31-15. Last meeting came on February the 12th. ORU won that one 69-60 over the Roos at the Baby Center. ORU has also won 2 of the last 3 meetings in this rivalry. And finally, ORU is 14-5 at the Swinny Center all time. They did lose in this building 90-69 to open up conference play last season, but things have changed obviously immensely with both programs, and ORU trying to have a little bit more success than they did a season ago here tonight. The Golden Eagles in the road blues per usual with the white lettering and numbering on the front and the back of the jersey. They got the gold trim going up each side of the jersey as well. Kansas City rocks the home whites, a pinstripe look with the navy pinstripes. They also got the navy stripe going up and down each side of the jersey. Kansas City written across the chest in baby blue and the numbers in dark blue on the front and back of the jerseys. ORU will go left to right as we see it here at the Sweeney Center. Kansas City going right to left. It'll be Gray and Scott to tip us off. Scott, one of the seniors on this roster. He did not start, doesn't play very much either, but he's getting the start here tonight on senior night. So a nice gesture there from Marvin Menzies. The Golden Eagles looking for a lot of momentum heading into the conference tournament in Sioux Falls. Meanwhile, Kansas City, well, they're honestly a team with not much to lose. And as we said in the pregame interview with Donovan Williams, that could be a scary team to face with really nothing holding them back. And they get to play freely here tonight, and they will play fast, as Coach Donovan Williams highlighted in our pregame interview as well. But Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, and a big thanks for all of you joining us here for the regular season finale here on Saturday nights. And we are ready for basketball. The whistle is blown. Gray and Scott face off for the tip, and it's won back by Gray. Dow scoops it up, and we are off and running here from Kansas City as Ty Harper brings it across the timeline. He's at the RU logo, being guarded by C.J. Evans. Kicks it head of the key, and now right wing for DeVay. Back up top between the circles for Harper with 17 to shoot. Goes left to the wing, swings it back outside for Gray. Hands off for Dow at the head of the key with 11 to shoot. Now left wing for Harper, under 10 on the shot clock. Harper rejects the screen, goes baseline, dumps it off, and it's picked off. Right in the passing lane, Kasheem Grady had a turnover to begin the ball game. So here's Grady, and the Roos going to work. Paul with it left corner. He dribbles up to the top of the key where he hands off for Jason Petty, one of those 2 returners. Back to Grady. Now Scott with it between the circles. A handoff for Evans. Now left wing. Hands off for Petty, left corner 3. Rims in and out, and Chase Martin the rebound. Welcome back to the starting lineup. He's already in the box score. Now here's Dow, right wing on the other side for the Golden Eagles. He kicks it left wing. Gray fires the 3, knocks it through. Luke Gray, coming off of arguably his best game as a Golden Eagle on Thursday, sees his first shot go down. It's 3-0. Had 17 points, 8 rebounds against the Pioneers on senior night. Here's C.J. Evans for the Roos on the left wing. Now works his way over to the right wing after a few screens. Kicks it out. Petty dumps it underneath Paul. Met with a double team on the left block. Forced to dribble out to the perimeter. He swings it. Scott now into the corner. Grady will fire right corner 3. Well too long. He airballed it. And the rebound caroms over to Gray. And he hands it off for DeVay, who brings it across the timeline. Feeds it near sideline for Harper at the right wing now. Harper gets a screen to the right. Uses it by Gray. He'll pull up for the mid-range. Knocks it down. Ty Harper. He sees his first shot go through. And that is a scary sight for anybody on the other side. A quick 5-0 start for the Golden Eagles here on the road. C.J. Evans on the other side for the Roos. He's at the left wing, rejects a screen, drives left side of the lane, kicks it out left corner 3. Scott catch and shoot, airball that one long too. Back-to-back airballs for the Roos, and here's Dow off and running. Gives it off for Harper, left wing, works his way to the free line. He'll pull up from 15. Back-to-back jumpers go down. Ty Harper, a quick 4 points, and already a 7-0 start for the Golden Eagles here on the road. Offense is clicking. ORU has knocked down their first 3 shots from the field. On the left wing with 17 to shoot, Petty draws the foul from 3, and they're actually going to say no shots. They're calling the foul on the rip-through, so it's going to be a reach-in foul on Ty Harper. That's his first. And we see the game's first substitution as Carmelo Branch subs in for Adarin Scott, team's leading scorer. So it's Roos basketball. They inbound it to Evans, right wing. 16 to shoot. Works around a double team. Here's Branch between the circles. Works his way to the left wing, being guarded by Martin. 10 to shoot. Hands off for Petty between the rings. Now right wing for Grady. 6 to shoot. Back outside Petty. Petty thought about the 3. Drives into the free throw line. Steps back. Tough 15-footer. Missed it badly. Here comes Ofri Neve and the Golden Eagles on the run. Neve hesitates. Gets inside looking for the slam, but he missed it. It was tipped on the way up. And here comes Grady on the other side for the Roos. Evans with a fake pass to the corner. Drives to the Summit League logo. Nearly lost it. Now runs into a brick wall and Ofri Neve. Kicks it out right wing. Now back up top for Evans. 18 to shoot. Nearly 3 minutes gone here in this first half. 7-0 Golden Eagles to start. Branch gives it up. Now right back to Branch. Deep left wing 3 on the way. Too strong. And the long rebound to Gray. The drop continues for UMKC. They're off to an 0-5 start from the floor. Here's Harper on the other side. Weaves his way to the free throw line. Gets caught through traffic. Lost it, but it finds Neve in the left corner. Neve kicks it back outside. Harper will launch the 3. And that one rattles back out and then back in again. And Ty Harper has hit his first 3 shots here tonight. 2 from the mid-range, 1 from outside. And it is 10-0 Golden Eagles. Timeout Kansas City. How about that start? Oral Roberts 4 of 5 to begin. From the field, 2 of 2 from downtown. A 30-second timeout for Kansas City. And hard to draw up a better start for the visitors from Tulsa here tonight. We mentioned Ty Harper is playing as well as anybody in the country right now. And, well, he's backing it up. 3 of 3 from the field, 7 points after hitting that 3. And they're going to stretch it out to a full timeout. We'll take it with them. ORU off to a 10-0 spurt here on the road, trying to snap the nation's longest road losing streak. We'll be back in a moment on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC. Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
A dominant start here on the road for ORU, up 10-0 out of the break. Ty Harper already with 7 points. A perfect 3 of 3 from the field. And hard to imagine a better start for ORU on the road as it's Kansas City basketball out of the timeout. They bounce it to Evans at half court. Working against Ofri Neve. Same 5 out there for ORU, same 5 out there for Kansas City. Evans left wing with 14 to shoot. Gives it up top of the key for Branch, who angles right towards the wing and now back to in between the circles. Gives it off right wing for Kasheem Grady. Flare screen over to Branch. Launches the 3 left wing. Rims in and out. And the rebound to Luke Gray. He's got another one. 3 of them for Luke Gray already to go along with his 3 points. Harper on the other Other end for ORU. Gets to the right elbow. Kicks it out. Gray launches the three. Left it short. Long rebound into the corner. Ran down by Dow. He saves it in bounds to Gray. Gray right back to Dow over the left sideline. Now Dow on the screen. He'll pull up from 17 feet. Left that one short. And the rebound being battled for. And Kasheem Grady comes out with it for the Roos. And he'll bring it across. Straight on across the timeline. Now gets a screen to the right. Feeds Paul rolling to the rim. Extra pass. Left corner. Three ball from Petty. That one off the back rim. And the drought continues for the Roos. Chase Martin the rebound. Outlet pass to Dow, who's off and running. He'll pull it back out. Dumps it off for Gray, who exchanges right back to Dow at the left wing. He's at the free throw line. Now dumps it left block for Gray, who wants to go to work. Gray splits a double team. Too strong on the baby hook. And the long rebound tapped out to Evans, who's running. He does not have numbers, and he'll pull it back out right wing, where he heads off for Branch. Now right back to Evans. They swing it left wing. Grady, long three. Too strong again. Another long rebound goes to Connor Dow this time. He's off and running. Dow, Euro step in the lane, fights traffic, gets fouled. Well, my goodness, what a tough start offensively for the Roos. They are 0 of 8, and 7 of their shots are from outside. But Connor Dow will go to the free throw line for 2 shots as he was fouled on the way in transition. Dow, an 84% free throw shooter this season, coming off of 13 points, 8 rebounds against the Pioneers, and he leaves the first one short. Fouls on C.J. Evans. Yuto Yamanuchi Williams and Martin Skillups off the bench as Luke Ray and Chase Martin take a seat. It'll be interesting to see how long Chase Martin can play here tonight, coming off of sickness, as we mentioned earlier. Try and get his legs back under him. One more free throw for Connor Dow. It is up and down, and an 11-0 lead for ORU. 5 minutes gone here in this first half from the Switty Center. Really good crowd here on senior night as well. Evans will bring it across for the Roos. Gives it off for Dockery, who's in for the first time. Also in for the first time is Babakar Mbeng. Evans, a hop step in the lanes, tries to split traffic, and he does. Lays it in with a left hand, and finally, the Roos are on the board. It's 11-2. Took over 5 minutes on the scoreboard, and ORU up by 9 as Ty Harper brings it across straight on. Gets a screen to the left from Yamanuchi Williams. He uses it, now gives it right back to him, head of the key. Exchanges for Dow. He'll fire a straight on three. Rims all the way in and out. Offensive rebound, Yamanuchi Williams, and he gets fouled on the putback. Foul will go on Jason Petty. That is his first and the team's second. So him and Evans picking up fouls in back-to-back possessions. Good hustle from Yuto Yamanuchi Williams to keep that possession alive. And he goes to the line for 2 shots, a 73% free throw shooter. Only played 4 minutes against Denver, but had 3 points and 3 rebounds in those 4 minutes. And he leaves the first free throw short. So ORU 1 of 3 from the stripe to start tonight. 4 of 9 for the field, 2 of 4 from downtown. One more at the line for the transfer from Nevada. Second one on the way, a low arcer, no good, and the rebound tapped around, and that one will be out of bounds off of Killips, who nearly threw it off of Mbang out of bounds. But Chris Dockery will roll it in for C.J. Evans. Dockery, redshirt junior from Los Angeles, California. Evans brings it across, shades to the right wing, calls out the play call. Shot clock down to 20, gives it off to Branch. He's in between the circles. They'll reset. Branch now goes right around a screen from Mbang. He'll step back outside the arc with 13 to shoot. Now into the right corner for Dockery. Dockery surveying. 8 to shoot. Evans between the circles with 7. Evans trying to work one-on-one with Dow with 4. Evans steps through. Arc floater, no good. And the offensive rebound from Mbang, he couldn't put it back up and in. And Yamanuchi Williams with a rebound. Nice defensive possession there for the Golden Eagles. Now here's Harper on the other end trying to create. He's at the head of the key. Harper lobs it inside. Yamanuchi Williams on the roll, and he lays it in with a right hand. Nice two-man game from number 1 and number 27. And ORU back in front by 11. It's 13-2. Branch on the other end kicks it out. Evans swings it for Dockery, head of the key. Now back to Evans on the right wing. He wants to play iso ball, gets inside on Neve. Tough layup up, no good. Rebound loose on the deck, and Dow's got it off and running. He's got Harper with him. He bounces it to him. Harper fakes the 3 from the outside. Now he'll run back into the corner, and that one is off the front of the rim from 3. And the rebound trickles over to Evans. They're off and running. Dockery with it now on the near sideline. Nearly had it stripped. Kicks it out to the left corner for Petty, and they will reset up top with Mbang, who hands off for Branch around a screen. Branch skips it. Left corner. Catch and shoot 3. Petty. Good. Finally, one goes down for the Roos. They're 1 for 8. Just their second field goal make here tonight, and it is 13-5. ORU in front. Just under 13 minutes left to play in this first half. Harper brings it across. He's got 7 early points on 3 of 4 shooting. Harper goes left around three, trying to beat Evans to the cup, and he does, but he missed the layup with the left hand, and a foul on the rebound. That foul looks like it will go on Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams, and it will. That is his first. Team second. So Cal Furnish checks in for ORU. Harper takes a break. And in for Kansas City, it's Trey Booker-Laurie in for the first time. And back in is Adarin Scott. So Kansas City ORU basketball. Branch has it between the circles, head of the key now. Branch directing traffic. A lot of confusion on the left side of the floor. Now Branch curls around a screen, works his way all the way in, and lays it in with the right hand. Well, ORU, I think, got confused with the offensive confusion. And there was a free lane to the basket for Branch. Easiest two he'll have here tonight, probably. 13-7, ORU in front. Dow gives it left wing for Furnish. Furnish being guarded by Evans. Bounces it left corner. Yamanuchi-Williams wants to go to work on Scott. Yamanuchi-Williams does, and he floats it in with the right hand. Nicely done from Yamanuchi-Williams. Just backed his way down against Adarin Scott and made him pay. It's 15-7. Next whistle will send us to a timeout. Petty between the circles. Swings it left wing. That's Booker-Laurie with it. Jabs to the right, drives left. Gets inside, trying to throw it down, but he got rejected by the rim. Nearly put Neve on a poster. Furnish on the other end for the Golden Eagles. Furnish dumps it off Neve, running the rim, lays it in with a left hand. Nice find for the freshman Cal Furnish, and Opry Neve on the scoreboard. And it's a 10-point ORU lead, 17-7. 11 and a half minutes left to play in this first half. Evans, head of the key, hands off for Branch around a screen. Now left wing for Petty. Petty surveying, goes right around a Scott screen, swings it, and that one picked off somehow out of midair with one hand by Neve. Advances it down on the run, gets inside, gets fouled. Jason Petty picks up his second personal. How about that interception? It was a backhanded, one-handed interception for Neve on the other end. He creates the turnover, and 2 shots coming for Connor Dow on the other side of the timeout. A good start continues for ORU on the road. They still lead by 10. It's the Golden Eagles 17 and the Roos 7. Free throws for CD on the other side. When we come back, this is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Looking to score big on your next event? Check out Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills, now partnering with Ruffin Event Center next door. With 100,000 square feet of event space combined, it's a strong play for gatherings of any size. Visit our website or call 918-493-7000 to book your stay or event today. Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills and Ruffin Event Center, where every stay feels like a championship win. ORU playing great here on the road to start things, up 17-7 over the Kansas City Roos. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, and Connor Dow to the free throw line for the second time here tonight. Dow with 1 point from the stripe. He's 1 of 2, 0 of 2 from the field. Ty Harper leading all scorers with 7 on 3 of 5 shooting. First one on the way from Dow is good. Connor Dow averaging nearly 13 a game in Summit League play. Had 16 points and 2 rebounds against Kansas City in their first meeting. Second one on the way from Dow is pure. And ORU with their largest lead here in the first half. It's at 12, 19-7. Dow checks out. Ty Harper checks in. Booker Laurie will roll it in near half court to Evans, who finally picks it up. Just shy of the timeline, brings it across against Furnish. Hands off for Carmelo Branch. He's between the circles. Now left wing for Grady. We approach 11 minutes left in this first half. They feed Palm on a mismatch with Furnish. He skips into the opposite corner for Branch. Now right short corner for Booker Laurie. Booker Laurie looking to go to work on Killups. He draws the foul on the way up. So that is the first foul on Martins Killups, the team's third foul. And that'll be the first free throw attempts for the Kansas City Roos here tonight. Trey Booker Laurie, the junior from Orlando, Florida. Just 13 of 22 for the Stripe this season. Not much experience when he's been there. Not much success. Bends the knees, flicks it up, and the first one is too strong off the back rim. Transfer from Lemoore. Spent 2 years there. He was first team All-Central Valley Conference. He was the 38th ranked JUCO prospect, according to JUCOrecruiting.com. Second free throw on the way is good. He splits a pair, lead back down to 11 for Oral Roberts, up 19-8. Cal Furnish will bring it across for the Golden Eagles. Coming off of one of his more impressive outings, ties career high with 12 points. He goes left, crosses back over at the free throw line, pulls up from 10, and drains it. How about that? One-man game from Cal Furnish. Attack mode all the way, his first two. And ORU back to growing the lead at 13 now. Their largest, 21-8. 10.5 left to go in this first half. Grady goes left baseline, gets caught underneath. They swing it around. Branch left open for a left wing three. He's got it. Harper a little bit late recovering defensively as he was dragged underneath the hoop, and Branch was left open. And he knocks down the three. His first three, he's up to 5 points. Here's Furnish on the other end. Drives his way to the left elbow. Bounces it back outside for Harper, who exchanges with Killups. Now right back to Furnish between the circles. He goes left, fires left wing three, knocks it down. 5 straight for Cal Furnish, and he's going to let you know about it down the other end of the court. A little bit of confidence out of Cal Furnish there. Not a guy who shows much emotion, but we see it there. Love to see it. ORU back up 13, 24-11. Here's Branch crossing over at the free throw line. Hands off Booker Laurie. Thought about the top of the key three. Now drives in right to the lane. Had it partially blocked by Gray on the way up. He missed it. Here comes Gray leading the break on the far sideline. Dumps it off for Furnish. Furnish being picked up by Booker Laurie. 23 to shoot. Gets a screen to the right by Gray. Furnish works his way to the right side of the paint. Bounces it underneath, and a foul on the retrieval. He was looking for Martin. And he will be fouled by C.J. Evans. That'll be his second. To ORU 6-11. Kashim Grady the second with it between the circles with it now. Lost it, and Furnish has the steal. Up ahead for Gray, who's ahead of the pack. He'll throw it down with 2 hands. The turnover, a pick 6 for Luke Gray, and an emphatic jam. ORU up 17. 28-11. Just under 9 to play in this first half. All Golden Eagles here on the road. Palm hands off for Branch. Goes left, finds Palm on the roll, makes a one-handed catch, spins towards the rim, got it stripped on the way up, got it back, and he gets fouled on a second attempt. Let's see who the foul is on. It looks like it may be on Furnish. And it is. That is his first personal, team's fourth. And that'll send the graduate student out of the Netherlands, Jerome Palm, to the free throw line. And he is in his 5th school in 5 years, a transfer from Hawaii. First free throw on the way for him is up and down. Only a 45% free throw shooter, but that one looks pretty good. Appeared in 29 games, averaged nearly 10 minutes for Hawaii a season ago. One of the better shot blockers in the league, averaging just over 1 per game. He ranks 4th in that category. Second one on the way from big number 33, and he missed it badly off to the right. It didn't even hit the rim. And it's going to be Oral Roberts basketball. 28-12 with 8:41 left to go in this first half. C.J. Evans, after a short break, back on the floor for Booker Laurie. Ty Harper leading the way with 9 points, but the scoring outside of him pretty balanced as Cal Furnish brings it across straight on. Gives it left wing for Devane, and they swing it right wing for Harper. A little bit of a zone look here defensively from Kansas City. Furnish bounces it to the elbow, now underneath right side for Yamanuchi Williams, who loses it. Dockery comes up with a steal, and here comes Carmelo Branch on the other end. In front of Coach Barnett, far sideline, feeds it between the circles, now left wing for Kasheem Grady. Grady surveys with 20 on the shot clock. They go left wing to right wing. Now bounce it right short corner for Dockery, working on Harper. Skip pass up top. Palm will launch the three, and he airballs it off to the right. Well, Palm is just 5 of 20 from outside. Guy who doesn't shoot a ton of them. We did see him shoot one against ORU at the Mabee Center, and he missed it. We see it yet again here today. He's now 5 of 21 on the year as Chase Martin checks out. Connor Dowd checks back in. So Furnish brings it across straight on. Next whistle will send us to another media timeout. They skip it for Harper right wing. Now head of the key for Furnish, left wing for Dow. Bounces it to the elbow. Devane nearly got it picked off, able to shuffle it out for Furnish with 12. Furnish. Now Yamanuchi Williams finds Dow off of a screen, and he called for the illegal screen. So Dockery gets hammered on the screen. That'll be second on Yuto Yamanuchi Williams, and that'll send us to another timeout. ORU up 16, 28-12, and an offensive onslaught continues. They're shooting 61% here in this first half. We'll break down the numbers further when we come back. This is Golden Eagle Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today. WAC from Ford Credit.
This is number 1, Ty Harper, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Hey fans, Jim Norton Toyota is where T-Town gets Toyota. Why? Jim Norton Toyota always has a huge selection of new Toyotas. Jim Norton Toyota has lifetime warranties on every new Toyota, and you get it all, plus huge Jim Norton Toyota discounts. Come see him at Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota. Well, Roberts up 16 on the road, 28-12 over Kansas City here in the regular season finale. Oh, are you looking for the season sweep over the Roos? And these two teams will see each other on Wednesday night in the 8-9 play-in game of the conference tournament. So a little bit of a rarity there in the conference schedule and in the college schedule, playing a back-to-back against the same opponent. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And it is Roos ball out of the timeout as C.J. Evans has it off of a handoff from Palm. Kicks it out into the left corner. Catch and shoot, Branch 3. Got it. Carmelo Branch, his second 3 ball. He's up to 8 points to lead all Roos. Back to a 13-point advantage for Oral Roberts as Furnish brings it across against Evans. Furnish with 5 early points, nearly threw it away, but Dow saves it right in front of us. They swing it left wing for Ty Harper. Harper got off to a hot start, a little bit quieter as of late. Lobs it inside for Gray, jump stop to the right block, spins back to the left hand and scores. Nifty move from Luke Gray and a soft touch with the off hand for the sophomore, and the lead back up to 15. Luke Gray with 7 points here in this first half. Evans gets to the free throw line for the Roos. Throws up a floater, missed it short, rebound loose, and Harper's got it. Harper racing across the timeline. Harper goes right, sees daylight, gets inside, reverse layup, good. A little bit of English from Ty Harper, finishing with a left hand. That's his strong hand. And then stumbling on the other end. The pass goes flying out of bounds. The pass was intended for Branch, who just fell. And are they going to say he was tripped? And they're going to get ORU for a technical. The stripes have come together. And I think they're saying that he was tripped by the bench. And Corey Barnett is looming in the conversation. He wants to know what's going on. But that is an interesting sequence right there. It looked like Branch just stumbled, but of course we were fixated on where the ball was, and then by the time the ball got to him, he was stumbling to the ground, and it went way over his head. But it'll be a technical foul on ORU. And Carmelo Branch to the free throw line. He bends the knees, flicks it up with the right hand, and he's got the first one. Got the only one, rather. And it'll be Kansas City basketball. We'll get our explanation here.
For assistant coach, me running into him out of the box.
So it's a technical foul for an assistant coach being outside of the box. They're going to get Corey Alford for it. And accidentally making contact with Branch, causing him to stumble. So kind of a freak accident there, and unfortunately it's a technical foul on Oral Roberts. It's Kansas City ball right now. Branch, head of the key, lobs it left corner three. Grady, too strong. Offensive rebound for Palm. Kicks it back outside. Branch will launch from outside. Too strong again. Rebound being battled for, and Dow's got it after a big-time scrum. He'll bring it across the far sideline. Down at the left wing, head of the key for Gray. Gray surveying, looking for some sort of help. Puts it on the deck, now flips it over for Harper. Harper at the left wing. Being nifty, steps back. Harper, 17-footer on the way. Left it short. And the rebound, Branch skies in out of nowhere. Gray almost had the loose ball, and it's out of bounds off of Kansas City. Good hustle there from Luke Gray to keep it alive, and Oral Roberts reaps the benefits. They've got the basketball back. 5:52 left to go in this first half. ORU 32, Kansas City 16. Baseline out of bounds for Furnish and Company. Lobs it head of the key for Gray. Gray looking for Furnish, doesn't have him. Bounces it left short corner for Dow, who wants to back his way in. Works his way in on Branch. Turns, fires, and scores. 5-foot baby hook for Connor Dow with the right hand. Pretty move there. Not really his game, and he's up to 5 points. Here's Casey on the other side. 34-16 ORU, their largest lead at 18 here in this first half. Branch head of the key. Dribbles right to the wing. Looking for some sort of helping. Hounded by Neve. Bounces it, and there's going to be a foul on Furnish. That'll be his second. They're going to say he was being a little bit too handsy with Evans as he was going to retrieve the pass. And Martin Skillips will check back in. The sideline out of bounds for Kansas City after that mess, and they bounce it into Evans. Evans in front of the ORU bench, far sideline, gives it up for Palm, head of the key. Palm fakes a handoff once. Wanted Branch on the back cut. Now he hands it off to him. Palm rolls to the basket. He's got it now on the right block. Picks up his dribble. Kicks the three ball from Petty on the way off the front of the rim. And the rebound to Dow. He's off and running. Dow's got numbers if he hurries. Tried to lob it inside for Harper, and it was tipped on the way in. And they're going to say it is Kansas City basketball, and then they switch the call. So it's going to be ORU basketball, and Harper and Neve were open, and then Stripe said, hold on, my bad. So Oral Roberts basketball, Neve will inbound it just off to our right. And gets it head of the key in between the circles for Connor Dow. Dow goes left against Evans. Kicks it back up top for Gray. Nearly lost into the backcourt. He's able to corral it, hands off for Harper. Harper, head of the key, straight on. Goes right. Harper, right of the lane. Throws it off the glass with the left hand. That was pretty. Ty Harper back into the scoring column. He's got 13 points. ORU leads by 20. Left-handed finish for the right side of the lane. That is difficult to do. Evans finds his way inside and draws the foul on Gray on the way up. That'll be Luke Gray's first personal. Team foul number 7 for Oral Roberts. So Kansas City in the bonus for the rest of the first half. 4:33 left to go in this first half. C.J. Evans to the free throw line. Junior out of Killeen, Texas. Transfer from Ranger College. First free throw on the way from Evans. Rims in. Evans is 71% free throw shooter this season, coming off of 20 points, which led Kansas City against South Dakota State. A trio of dribbles for him, and second free throw is up and down. Makes it 36-18, 4.5 left to go in this first half. DeVay brings it across for Oral Roberts. Ingles left, hands off for down. Now Killips near sideline. 20 to shoot for the Golden Eagles. Killips finds down the right corner. Now lobs it underneath for Gray in the right short corner. Wants to go to work on Palm. Gray spins back to the right hand. Caught underneath the basket. Muscles it up. No good. Offensive rebound. Killips. He gets fouled on the way back up. Nice hustle there from Martins Killips. Foul will go on Jerome Palm. His first and the team's 5th. And free throws for Martins Killips, who has not been there very often. He is 4 of 10 on the year from the stripe. First one on the way, too strong. Killips, one of 3 international players on the roster. The ball game for Jerome Paul. Spinning Evans rather. And he gets fouled on the way, and that was a pretty move from C.J. Evans. The foul will go on Ofri Neve. His first team's 8th with 4:05 left to go in the half. 36-18 ORU in front. Looking to make it 3 W's in a row, and snap what is the nation's longest road losing streak at 34 games. C.J. Evans back to the free throw line where he was just a moment ago. Knocked down a pair. He knocks down the first one. He was a first-team All-NTGCAC, and he led junior college in assists, averaging 7.8 assists per game. Averaging 3.8 this year. Misses the second free throw, and Mbang with the offensive rebound, and another foul on DeVay on the reach-in. So 2 quick ones on Ofri. And that'll send Mbang to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. One more foul, and ORU will be over the limit. It'll be 2 shots the rest of the way after that for Kansas City. But Babacar Mbang, the redshirt 7-footer from Senegal, just 5 of 18 from the line this year, had 1 rebound against South Dakota State in limited minutes. Spins it into his right hand, large bend to the knees. And the 7-footer is no good. Hit every part of the rim, even the top of the backboard, and then ORU turns it over. Kasheem Grady with it after the deflection from Harper. Inside, Evans got it blocked by Dow. Came over from the weak side out of nowhere. Here comes Killips, lobs it ahead for Harper, who's forced to catch it on the baseline. Feeds left corner, Dow a 3, knocks it down. With a volleyball spike on one end, the 3 on the other for Connor Dow, and it's back to a 20-point lead. What a sequence. Now on the other side, it's Carmelo Branch open for 3 in the left corner. Big response there for the Roos to draw back within 17. Harper between the circles. Goes left around to Barron Smith. Screener's in for the first time. Wanted the pocket pass to him, but he wasn't there. Killips cleans up the mess. And now Harper with it with 13. Head of the key. Harper gets switched on to Petty. Steps back. Got his man in the air. Gives it out for Dow with 7. Down with a mismatch on Mbang. Lobs it inside. Too tall for Smith out of bounds. So another turnover for ORU. It is their 5th of the half, and that'll send us to the final media timeout of the half. Golden Eagles still in control, leading by 17. It's ORU 39, Kansas City 22. 3:05 left to go in the first half from the Swinney Center in Kansas City. We'll be back in a moment. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Welcome to Lamar Outdoor Advertising, the largest outdoor advertising company in the U.S. and one of the most successful operators in the outdoor advertising industry. We offer advertising in 2/3 of the top 50 markets in the country, as well as over 100 years of experience to help you make the most of this valuable marketing tool. Please visit our website, www.lamar.com, to learn more about our award-winning team and services. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, too. Let us know how we can best assist you when we return to the line.
This is number 9, Ofer Nave, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
ORU up 17 on the road, 39-22, regular season finale against Kansas City. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And stick around with us. The Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report comes your way in just a matter of minutes. 3:06 left to go in this first half. We'll recap the first 20 when we get there, and we will also get you caught up in all things Summit League and all things Top 25. Another busy Saturday in the world of college basketball, so plenty of stuff to get you informed on. It'll be Kansas City ball after the turnover from Connor Dow. ORU's got 5 of them in this first half. They are destroyed Kansas City on the boards, 22-10 so far. They're shooting 64% in this first half. Meanwhile, Kansas City is shooting 24% in this first half. So polar opposites for either side. C.J. Evans with the basketball out of the timeout for Kansas City. Works on Martin, right side of the lane. Spins back to the left hand, out of control. Dumps it off for Mbang, who throws it up with the right hand and scores. He was stumbling towards the floor, but somehow got that pass off. And now Kansas City back within 15. Here comes Harper across the timeline for ORU. Exchanges with Killips, now right back to Harper. Kansas City still in this zone. They feed Martin. Backdoor lob for Gray, who throws it down. Came out of nowhere from the right corner. A nice find from Chase Martin. And it's 41-24. Big-time slam for the sophomore. So here is Evans on the other side for Kansas City. Shades right wing. Being guarded by Martin. A little bit of a zone look for the moment for ORU. They fall back into man. 13 to shoot for the Roos. Mbang between the circles. Hands off for Branch. Branch gets shut off going right. Forced to feed it. Skip pass right to left. Good ball moving from the Roos. It's Petty on the left wing. Petty against Harper. Works his way to the block. Fadeaway jumper. No good. And a late foul call. That'll be the second on Ty Harper. And ORU is now over the limit. That's their 10th team foul. So Jason Petty goes to the free throw line. An 82% free throw shooter. Was a Summit League Freshman of the Year 2 seasons ago. He's one of those 2 returners on this roster. Coming off of 15 points against South Dakota State on Thursday. The first free throw on the way, and it is good. Petty was 1 of 3 to play in all 33 games last year for Marvin Menzies' crew. He started 32 of them, averaged 11.6 points a night, 4.5 rebounds, 22 double-figure games for him as well a season ago as Cal Furnish checks in for Ty Harper. Jason Petty with 1 more at the free throw line. The junior out of Phoenix, Arizona, knocks it through. Back to a 15-point game, 41-26 with 2:02 left to go in the first half. Cal Furnish will run the offense for Oral Roberts as he brings it across the timeline straight on. Gives it up for Dow, who exchanges it right back to Furnish. Now Killips right wing. Killips into the right corner for Dow. Now underneath. Gray goes to work, chop step, and he gets blocked on the way up. Babakar Mbe coming from behind, rejects it out of bounds. 15 to shoot for ORU based on out of bounds coming. Cal Furnish will inbound. Furnish surveys. He slaps the basketball, gives it to Dow, right wing. He'll rise and fire. Too strong on the 3 ball, and the rebound ripped down by Kasheem Grady. Pushes it to Petty, one of those 2 returners. It's returner to returner on the exchange. Petty with a tough 15-footer, no good. Rebound tapped around. Killips has it for ORU. 90 seconds left to go in this first half. Killips far sideline in front of Menzies on the sideline. Gives it back to midcourt. Furnish at the midcourt logo. Furnish gets a screen to the left from Gray. Doesn't use it. Gets to the right elbow. Furnish back up top for Dow. 13 to shoot. Dow gets downhill. Dumps it off. Gray extra dribble and tried to throw it in. Got hit on the way up. No foul. And here comes Kansas City on the other end. It's Grady leading the break near sideline. Grady to the Summit League logo. Pivots his way in and missed it over Martin. Rebound loose, and Furnish has got it. Bounces it to Martin, who's on the run, far sideline. Martin to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Dow, catch and shoot three, right wing. He rattles it in and out. It looked like that was going to go down, and there's a foul on Martin on the rebound, and he knew it. First on Martin, so don't have to really worry about foul trouble there. But that'll give Kansas City 2 free throws. 49.7 seconds left to go in the half. And Jason Petty to the free throw line yet again. Petty with 5 points, 2 of 2 from the line. ORU's off to a slow start offensively, just 7 of 28. Petty, first free throw on the way, and it takes a home bounce. The ORU has made 10 more field goals than Kansas City has. They have attempted just 2 more field goals overall. Half of Kansas City's shots are from 3 as Petty knocks in the second free throw, and it's back to a 13-point game. ORU is led by as many as 20 in this first half. Palm is going to check in for Kansas City, as well as Booker Laurie. ORU with a 2-for-1 opportunity if they want it. Furnish brings it across. The double team comes with Petty. Furnish dribbles out of it. Furnish bounces it. Right block for Martin. And a pass too low for Gray, who is cutting. Gray finds the loose ball for the moment, gets it back, throws it up, and he hits the deck hard, and a foul called. Nicely done by Luke Gray to stay with it after kind of a wild pass from Chase Martin. The foul is on Carmelo Branch. His first personal, the team's 6th. Looks like C.J. Evans will check back in for Kansas City in a moment, and Aaron Jacob will emerge from the bench for the first time tonight. So Luke Gray, free throw line. 72% free throw shooter this year. This will be his first attempt here tonight. He's got 9 points and 3 rebounds. Connor Dow already has 8 rebounds, by the way. He's got 8 and 8. First free throw from Gray is good. So double-double watch for Connor Dow. He's also got that block. That was big time. If you remember, opening night, Connor Dow had 7 blocks against his former team, Oklahoma State. So Gray into double figures with 10, a chance to make it 11. Sophomore from Edmond, Oklahoma, rattles it through. 43-28, ORU in front with 34 seconds left to go in the half. 4-second differential between shot and game clock as Evans methodically brings it across. He'll hang out at the Kangaroo logo at midcourt, here on this bright yellow court here at the Swinney Center. 15 to shoot. Evans still at half court, and now they go into their action with 12. Palm sets the screen. Evans goes right. Evans downhill, right of the lane, challenges Jacob and scores. 9 seconds left for ORU. Here comes Dow the far sideline. 5 to go. Dow crosses over with 3, gets all the way in, missed the dunk. Dow goes down hard, and the half-court heave from Evans on the way. Missed it off to the right, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Well, what a chaotic sequence there. Connor Dow comes up a little bit gimpy, and he runs off under his own power, so that's a good sign. And he was looking for the emphatic throwdown. And ORU takes a 13-point lead into the locker room. It's Golden Eagles 43 and the Roos 30. The Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report comes your way next. We'll break down the first 20, get you caught up in the world of college basketball, Summit League, and Top 25. So stick with us. This is Golden Eagle Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990. 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich tray from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing you're protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today. WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
Time for a break in the action. Let's recap the first 20 minutes and catch you up with all things college hoops on the Golden Eagle Halftime Report. Here's play-by-play voice, Connor Clark.
Halftime here from the Swinney Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Oral Roberts with a 13-point lead over the Roos, 43-30. Connor Clark here with you. This is the Don Thornton Automotive Group Halftime Report, and let's break down the first 20 minutes. A pretty good 20 minutes for Oral Roberts here on the road, trying to snap the nation's longest road losing streak at 34 consecutive games. They're also trying to end the regular season on a 3-game winning streak. And, well, there's no better time to put together a winning streak than right now. Ty Harper leads all scores with 13 points on 6 of 9 shooting, and he had 7 before the first media timeout. Luke Gray following him up scoring-wise with 11 points, 3 rebounds. Connor Dow with 8 points and 8 rebounds in that first half. On the other side, it's Carmelo Branch with 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting. He's got 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Jason Petty and C.J. Evans each have 7. And the Roos continuing to not shoot it at a very efficient rate. Just 8 of 29 from the field, which is 27% as a team. 4 of 14 from downtown, 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Oral Roberts, 54% in that first half. Pretty good. And one of their better outputs of the season in a half. 4 of 9 from downtown, 5 of 10 from the free throw line, an area which they normally don't struggle. It's been a little bit of a struggling point here thus far. ORU dominated the rebounding battle thus far, 25-14, 5-3 offensively, 20-11 defensively. They're out assisting Kansas City 7-4. ORU with 5 turnovers. KC with only 2 of them. Blocks ORU with 2 blocks rather, and Kansas City with 1. Steals ORU with 2. Kansas City with 3 points off turnovers. Kansas City with 5, and Oral Roberts with 4. Points in the paint also dominated by Oral Roberts. They are up 20-8 in that category. Fast break points, ORU is up 11-2 in that category as well. So ORU has been in control for pretty much the entirety of this first half. They got out to an 11-0 start here tonight, and again, they're trying to continue that positive momentum. This is a team that did lose 13 in a row at one point this season, and now all of a sudden, we talked about it with Coach Donovan Williams in the pregame. They look like a completely different team right now, and well, they're trying to finish things off here in the next 20. Connor Dow did go down pretty hard trying to throw down a dunk in transition at the end of regulation. He did miss it because I think he caught some contact on the way up. He went down. He kind of braced his fall a little bit, so it wasn't a pure smack onto the hardwood, but he was in pain and did sprint off. So hopefully CD is all right because he is a guy who ORU is going to need here in the next 20 minutes. But once again, Oral Roberts leading at the break, 43-30 over Kansas City, trying to complete a 3-game win streak. Let's get you caught up in all things Summit League and all things Top 25. Another really busy Saturday in the world of college hoops. 2 games final in the Summit earlier today. South Dakota defeats South Dakota State 75-70. North Dakota gets trampled by North Dakota State, the regular season champs in the Summit, 96-63 at Fargo. All buys it there. And then out in the Twin Cities, St. Thomas taking on the Omaha Mavericks at the break. It is St. Thomas with a 3-point advantage, 31-28 over Omaha, and some seeding implications there. The top 3 are now set. North Dakota State is the 1 seed. St. Thomas is the 2 seed. North Dakota locked into the 3 seed right now. Omaha with a win would be the 4 seed. With a loss, they would be the 5 seed. South Dakota State is now locked into the 7 seed with their loss earlier today. Of course, Denver and now South Dakota are both 8-8, and so things may change depending on if Omaha loses or not. But again, if Omaha wins, they'll have the 4. If not, they will have the 5, and Denver and South Dakota may flip-flop due to the tiebreaker there as well. So that's a little bit of an outlook for Sioux Falls, which the conference tournament starting on Wednesday night of next week. ORU and Kansas City will be playing round 3 at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in just a few days. Let's get scores in the top 25 finals from earlier today. Out of the Big 12, number 16 Texas Tech winners on the road against number 4 Iowa State, 82-73. Massive win for the Red Raiders, who are now 12-4 in the Big 12. Number 17 Alabama wins on the road against number 22 Tennessee, 71-69. Another huge road win there. Number 19 BYU gets upset by West Virginia in Morgantown, 79-71. The final there. Number 1 Duke tramples number 11 West Virginia Cameron Indoor, 77-51. Number 2 Arizona gets revenge against number 14 Kansas, 84-61. The final from Tucson. Number 5 Houston finally gets off that 3-game losing streak, and they took it out on the Colorado Buffaloes. 40-point winners earlier this afternoon, 102-62. The final score in Houston. Number 6 UConn escapes Seton Hall on Senior Day, 71-67 out in Connecticut. Number 12 Nebraska topples USC on the road by 15, 82-67. They outscore the Trojans by 20 in the second half after trailing at the break by 5. Number 24 Louisville loses on the road to Clemson, 80-75. A pretty good Clemson team at 11-5 in the ACC now. And number 25 Vanderbilt loses on the road at Kentucky, 91-77. Couple games in action right now out of the Big East. Number 15 St. John's hosting Villanova, 48-23. Johnny's at the break at Madison Square Garden. So all Rick Pitino and his crew after 20 minutes. Duquesne on top of number 23 St. Louis on the road at the break, 41-39. The big second half coming up for the Billikens, who look to remain atop of the A-10 standings. Big one in the SEC, number 20 Arkansas at number 7 Florida. The Gators with a 29-20 lead there with 9.5 left to go in that first half. And number 18 North Carolina hosting Virginia Tech. 21-18 Tar Heels with 9 minutes left to go in that first half. And then the nightcap, a good one out of the West Coast Conference. Number 9 Gonzaga at St. Mary's. And that matchup never disappoints. Year in, year out. That one coming up at 9:30. That's a look at the Summit League and Top 25 scoreboard. That'll do it for us here on the Don Thornton Automotive Group Halftime Report. Once again, the halftime score here from Kansas City, it's Oral Roberts 43 and Kansas City 30. We'll have the second 20 minutes coming your way after this. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Welcome back to the Sweeney Center here on the campus of UMKC. Oral Roberts up 43-30 as we are seconds away from getting the second 20 minutes off and running. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. So glad you can make us a part of your Saturday night. And Oral Roberts 20 minutes removed from ending what has been a oh-so-long, frustrating, and treacherous 34-game road losing streak. It is the longest in the country, and they have a legitimate chance right now to snap that and win their 3rd ball game in a row. Ty Harper leads all scorers with 13 first-half points on 6 of 9 shooting. Luke Gray in double figures with 11 first-half points, and Connor Dowd, who looks to be just fine in the layup lines out of the break, with 8 points and 8 rebounds in that first half. On the other side, it's Carmelo Branch leading the way for the Roos with 12. Jason Petty, C.J. Evans, each with 7 apiece. ORU shot it at a 54% rate in that first half. The Roos just 27%. So a massive, massive difference there. And ORU winning the boards by quite the margin, 25-14 over the Roos. Both teams switch sides. ORU going right to left as we see Kansas City going left to right, as it'll be Roo basketball out of the halftime break. And we are off and running in the final half of the regular season here at 25-26. Soak it all in before we go to the conference tournament next week. Up top, it's Palm handing off. Carmelo Branch hesitates left of the lane, lays it up, no good. He gets fouled on the way in. A right-handed opportunity from the left side of the rim. It'll go on Chase Martin, his 2nd personal and the team's 1st of the half. And slow to get up is Branch after getting fouled. He seems to be all right, though. So he will go to the free throw line. Branch, an 88% free throw shooter. He is one of the best free throw shooters in the conference. Transfer from Santa Fe. Spent the last 2 seasons there. First free throw, rims out. Rare miss for Carmelo Branch. There he was a first-team All-Citrus Conference player, averaging nearly 22 a contest. He had 20 or more point games. Pretty impressive stuff for Carmelo Branch, whose second free throw is on the way, and it's good. So that brings it back to 12. ORU's led by as many as 20 in this game. 39-19 was that mark with 3:41 left to go in that first half. And they've got their first possession here in the second half. Luke Gray head of the key, working on Mbang, hands off for Dow. Now back up top, Harper will launch the straight on three. Too strong. Long rebound ran down by Evans, and a foul by Martin in the open floor. He was trying to poke it away. That'll be the third on Chase. So he puts a couple of fouls on the board in a matter of moments. So Kansas City basketball after the Harper miss. And here is Evans at the KC logo at midcourt. A double screen for him. He chooses to go right off of it. Wanted to throw it underneath for Mbang, who is playing alongside Paul. We don't see this very often. A very large KC lineup here to start the second half. Branch with 12, drops Neve, and it's going to be an offensive foul. A little bit too much of that offhand. First team foul on the Ruse. So it is Golden Eagle basketball. Here is Harper across midcourt. Harper goes right around a Gray screen, swings it back to him, head of the key. Gray thought about the three for a moment, instead hands off for Neve. A minute gone here in the second half, under 20 to shoot for Harper and company. Harper nearly lost his dribble, now drives inside on Petty, right in the lane, got it blocked on the way up. Paul retrieves the loose ball up ahead of the pack. It's C.J. Evans running. He'll dump it off for Petty. Drives inside, right of the lane, pull up for the right block, good. Floats it over the top of Connor Dow and Luke Gray, and it's a 10-point game. So on the far sideline now it is Chase Martin. Drives right baseline, skips it, pass deflected on the way to Dow, bounces it left wing for Ofri Neve. Now head of the key for Gray, 14 to shoot. Here's Harper. Harper goes right. Harper hesitates. Gets caught on the baseline with 7 to shoot. Harper looking for help, and a timeout's going to be called, I believe, by ORU, and it is. So Harper was dead to rights on the baseline, and ORU takes a timeout. And it'll be a 30-second timeout for the moment, and I believe they'll stretch it to a full one. They will. So ORU's lead has shrunk to 10, 18-16 left to go in the ball game. And ORU looking for answers here in the second half when we come back on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 4, Layman McGrady, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
In Tulsa, when you think Chevy, you automatically think Jim Norton Chevy at Broken Arrow, because Jim Norton Chevy offers lifetime warranties on every new Chevy. Jim Norton Chevy gives you 100% transparency and 100% full disclosure 100% of the time. Visit JimNortonChevy.com or come see him. Exit 145 off the BA. ORU in front by 10. 43-33, 18-16 left to go in the ballgame. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And ORU has come out a little bit flat, for lack of a better term, on offense. They were dead to rights. Ty Harper was on the baseline, and he was forced to burn a timeout. So ORU does so. They have 2 timeouts left now for the remainder of the ballgame. And this tall lineup for KC is back out there with Babakar Mbang out there as well as Jerome Palm. You got 7 feet and 6'10". ORU's tallest player is Luke Ray, who's listed at 6'8" on the floor right now. Baseline out of bounds. They lob it head of the key. Now Dow will fire the three with 3 seconds. No good. And Mbang with a rebound. Lobs it outside. Here's Branch on the other end. Challenges Dow. He misses the dunk. No foul call. Good challenge there from Connor Dow defensively. And the Roos will reset. Here's Evans, head of the key. Swings it left wing for Palm. Palm looking for Mbang. Now back up top. They swing it left to right. Petty will fire from 3. Got it. Back to a single-digit ball game. It's 43-36. And here come the Roos. Harper on the other end. Harper goes left around the screen. Harper inside, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Babakar Mbang, his first. And the team's second of the half. So Ty Harper to the free throw line. He has not attempted a free throw here tonight. He's got 13 points and 6 of 11 shooting. Coming off of 47 on Thursday. And he missed the first free throw. He had made 41 consecutive free throws heading into tonight. He was 41 of his last 41 over the last 5 games. Last time he missed was against the Roos, and it was his first attempt. He knocks down the second one. Back to an 8-point game. Ty went 21 of 21 for the Stripe against Denver on Thursday. It was absurd. Here's Evans on the other side for Kansas City. And he wanted Palm, and he throws it away. Dow scoops up the loose ball. Up ahead, Neve all alone, the two-handed throwdown. Miscommunication for KC turns into a pick 6 for Oral Roberts. Dow advancing it to Neve for the slam. Back to a 10-point game, 46-36. Now another turnover. Petty throws it away. Up ahead, Harper trying to beat everybody down the floor. Hangs and hits with a left hand. Back-to-back turnovers turned into 4 straight points for ORU, and they stretch the lead back up to 12. This miscommunication on this end from the Roos. And now a reach and foul on Ofri Neve. He wants to look at it, and Corey Barnett says he can't. That's going to be the third on Ofri Neve. So 3 on Martin, 3 on Neve. That's your foul trouble for ORU. Kashim Grady checking in for Kansas City. Jason Petty takes a seat. So sideline out of bounds for Branch. Gets it into Evans. 20 on the shot clock. ORU operating on defense up 12. Evans gives it head of the key for Palm. Dribbles left to the wing. 13 to shoot. Palm must skip into the right corner. Catch and shoot Petty 3. Rims in and out. And the rebound to Martin. Martin advances it. Neve. Now up to Dow. Dow ahead of the pack through traffic. Reverse layup good, and the foul. Made his way through 3 different white jerseys, and Connor Dow a chance to complete the 3-point play at the line. What a response from ORU. Kansas City cuts the lead down to 7, and now all of a sudden it's back up to 14. So here is Dow. He's into double figures with now 10 points. Chance for 11. 84% free throw shooter on the year, and he knocks it down. Down now 2 goals away from a double-double here tonight. Evans brings it across for Kansas City. Ingles right and nearly threw that away, and now he does. Harper on the break. It's a 2-on-1. Harper a hop step in the lane, throws it down. Elevation for Showtime. Ty Harper, his first throwdown of the ball game. And a timeout for Kansas City. How about that response from Oral Roberts? A 10-0 run to draw the timeout, and they lead it by 17. Golden Eagles 53, Kangaroos 36. 16-17 left to go in the ball game. And we will be back in a moment. The Golden Eagles surging after the 7-0 run. We'll be back in a moment on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Reese's, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
This is Jack Turner, number 0, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Oral Roberts on a 10-0 run after the lead was cut down to 7. A couple of turnovers from Kansas City turned into fast break points, and it all capped off with Ty Harper's two-handed jam after a steal. And ORU up 53-36 with 16-16 left to go here from Kansas City. It is Rue's ball out of the timeout. Branch with it, gives it up for Palm, pushes it right back to him. Branch at the right wing with 17 to shoot. Gets a screen to the right. Back into the ball game. It's Scott. They swing it around. Petty, long 3. Drills it. Jason Petty with his third 3 of the ball game. He's up to 15 points. Brings him back within 14. Here's Harper across the timeline. Dribbles left. Harper back outside. Gray squares up for 3. Hey, Scott. (58-39) ORU. Just above 15 minutes left to play. Grady head of the key. Spins back at the free throw line. Grady in the Summit League. Tough fadeaway jumper goes down. That was tough. Kasheem Grady the second from the right elbow with all kinds of traffic around him. Makes it 58-41. That was his first bucket of the night as well. Impressive stuff. Harper on the other end whips it out. Gray, another 3 on the way. Too strong that time. Long rebound tracked down by Grady. And he brings it up the far sideline. Grady gets around to Scott's screen. Left short corner. Backs his way into that corner. He'll fire 3. Rims in and out. And the rebound to Vay. They will slow it down after getting hounded by Jason Petty. Now they push it up to Furnish. Left short corner working on Palm. A big-time mismatch. They give it up top for Neve to reset. Now right wing for Dow. Dow will step into a long-range 3. Left it short. Rebound battled for. And it's ripped down by Carmelo Branch. Him and Gray got tied up for a moment. Now Branch on the other end. Between the circles. Branch hesitates, kicks it out. Corner, good. Jason Petty starting to heat up from beyond the arc. He's 4 of 7. Up to 18 points to lead ORU's. Neve didn't realize the ball was right behind him after Harper bounced it to him, but he's got it now. ORU still in front by 14, 58-44. It's under 14 minutes left to play. Neve finds Dow, open off a screen, fired 3, knocks it through. Connor Dow back into the scoring column. He's got 14, his second 3. That calms things down for the moment. 61-44. ORU back up 17. Dow guarding Branch way out there. Goes over to the left wing, goes behind the back. Now back up top for Scott, who surveys. Scott with a fake enough, wants to back his way down on Neve, right side of the lane. Works his way to the Summit League logo, pulls up from 15, and it gets a friendly bounce. A nice fadeaway jumper there from Adarin Scott, making the start on his senior night. Transfer from Auburn. Neve, left wing for the Golden Eagles, gets around to Gray's screen, thought about stepping back from 3, crosses over, and a reach-in foul. They will not continue the shot. He did make the layup. The foul will go on the aforementioned Adarin Scott. His first personal, 14th foul on the Roos. Only 7 combined fouls so far here in the half. The Roos with 4 of them, ORU with 3 of them. Chase Martin back into the game for ORU. And Yuto Yamaguchi-Williams also back in as DeVay and Gray take a seat. They find Harper, who gives a huge pump fake in the left corner, getting double teamed, and he just throws it off a defender out of bounds. His only option. So remains ORU basketball with 16 on the shot clock. 12:52 left to go in the game. And pretty unorthodox inbounding spot for Cal Furnish in that corner. The taller Booker Laurie on him. He lobs it head of the key for Yamaguchi-Williams, who hands off for Ty Harper. 12 to shoot for ORU. Harper wipes the bottom of his shoes. He's got his dribble back. Harper with 8, crosses over, finds Dow, open for 3, right wing, rims in and out. Rebound tapped around, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound, and it will go on Yuto Yamaguchi-Williams. They're going to get him for an over the back. Furnish thought it was on him for a second. That's why he didn't believe it. Yamaguchi-Williams picks up his third, so now that's 3 Golden Eagles with 3 fouls. It's Martin, Neve, and Yamaguchi-Williams. 61-46 ORU. Branch and the Roos with the basketball. Branch between the circles. Getting hounded by Dow. Moves it up. Grady curling off of a screen. Pulls up from 15. Drains it. Good offense for the Roos, and it's back to a 13-point game. Roos on a little bit of a run. They made 4 of their last 5 shots. Harper crosses over left baseline. Picked up his dribble. Finds Martin cutting to the glass, and he scores. Beautiful cut there from Chase Martin. Lays it in with the left hand. His first points on his first shots. Brings it back to a 15-point lead. Grady dumps it underneath for Scott. Kick out Branch. Long 3. Got it. That was a good 5 feet from beyond the arc. And Carmelo Branch back into the scoring column. He's got 4 threes. He's up to 16 points. And the threes are dropping here in the second half for Kansas City. They've already matched the first half total of 4. Here's Harper on the left wing. Wants to back his way down on Carmelo Branch. Harper looking for Dow. Finds him. Thought about the 3. Now he'll get inside. Dow shut off at the block with 9 to shoot. Dow skips through a double team. Right-handed baby hook, no good. Rebound tapped around, and it is out of bounds. We await the call, and it'll be Kansas City ball, looks like. I think they're going to take a look at it during this timeout. It'll be the media timeout regardless. And ORU's lead has been cut down to 12. The Roos have been as close as 7 in this second half, but ORU still maintaining some difference here in the final half of the regular season. 11:23 left to play here from Kansas City. Oral Roberts leads it 63-51 when we come back on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips, weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
TTCU Federal Credit Union is proud to be the exclusive credit union partner of Oral Roberts University. Founded by teachers in 1934, TTCU serves more than 150,000 members with 20 branch locations. If you don't have the ORU School Pride Visa debit card, get one today and support the Golden Eagles. Visit ttcu.com/ORU for details. 11:23 left to go in the ballgame. Oral Roberts leading it 63-51 over the City Roos. The Golden Eagles trying to make it 3 W's in a row. They're also trying to snap the nation's longest road losing streak at 34 consecutive games. ORU has not won a road game since January 3rd of 2024. They have not won a conference road game since February the 25th of 2023, back when Max Asmus and company was in town. So a couple of just lengthy streaks that ORU fans have been dying for them to come to an end. They've got a chance here in the next 11 and a half minutes to make that a reality. Ty Harper back to doing Ty Harper things. He's got 20 points. Luke Ray and Connor Dow each with 14. Dow also with 8 rebounds. He's on double-double watch here tonight. On the other side, Jason Petty has started to heat up in the second half. He's got 4 threes, 18 points to lead all RUs. And Carmelo Branch right behind him, also with 4 threes. He is at 16 points here this evening. ORU still shooting 54%, but the RUs have increased significantly, 39% from the field, and they have already doubled their three-point makes in this half. They've got the basketball out of the timeout as Branch and Grady with an exchange at the head of the key, 18 to shoot. There's Scott with it right wing. Scott dribbles up towards the top of the key, and it's stripped away. Yamanuchi Williams up ahead. Harper all alone. Showtime, and he tried to go up for a windmill, and he's fouled in the process. My goodness, number one. Trying to throw everybody for a loop and trying to add to that highlight reel yet again. Oh, my goodness. The windmill off of 2 feet. He doesn't get to complete it because of the foul. And I think everybody in here just robbed of potentially an SC top 10 type play. Fouls on Jason Petty. That's his third. Ty Harper at the free throw line, and he misses the first. So he's missed 2 here tonight after coming in, making 41 consecutive. We knew he'd miss at some point, but just a little bit surprising. Second one on the way from Ty is up and down. Back to a 13-point game, 64-51. Brady brings it across far sideline for Kansas City. Now he shades between the circles. Finds Carmelo Branch. They feed it underneath. Scott in the layup, good and one. So one more at the line for Adarin Scott, the senior out of Dallas, Texas. Chase Martin checks out, as well as Yamanuchi Williams. Neve and Gray back in. A chance to make it a 10-point game. Fouls on Cal Furnish. That is his third. Team's fifth. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Scott just a 62% free throw shooter. And it rattles in and out on him. And the rebound to Gray. His fourth. So are you trying to stretch this lead back? Cal Furnish will bring it across. Furnish bounces it left side for Gray. Gray surveys, hands off for Neve, head of the key. Neve looking for Harper off of a couple of screens. He's got him. Harper pulls up for the right elbow. Missed it short. Offensive rebound, Neve. He, with a pump fake, throws it back up, and he gets fouled in the process. Foul will go on number 8, Trey Booker-Laurie. That is his first, team 6th. And Ofri Neve to the free throw line. 68% free throw shooter, coming off of 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And it's hard to believe that ORU scored 102 points on Thursday without Ofri Neve scoring. He misses the first free throw. It's too strong. So one more for him. A guy who averages nearly 12 a game. He leads the team in rebounds at 5.8. 2 dribbles for the West Virginia transfer, and he cashes in the second one to make it a 12-point game. 65-53, just under 10 and a half minutes left to play in this one. Brady on Harper between the circles. Brady looking, wanted Petty, didn't have him. Now he feeds it for Branch, pass too far out of the reach. Neve with a steal. Neve lobs it way out ahead of him. He throws it off the glass. Gray is tied up with Scott for the loose ball. Yeah, the jump ball arrow favors ORU. Neve was looking for a half-court lob, but it was nowhere close. Ends up throwing it at the glass. And ORU retains possession. C.J. Evans and Jerome Paul back in for Kansas City as Booker-Laurie and Scott take a seat. Baseline out of bounds for ORU. It'll be Ty Harper to inbound. Harper looking, lobs it head of the key for Neve. Neve surveys, finds Dow off a screen left wing. Dow finds the mismatch on Palm, got fouled on the way in. Will it be a shooting foul? That's the question. It'll be the second on Jerome Palm. And that'll be the 17th foul. So ORU's in the bonus for the next 10 minutes. And they will call it a shooting foul. As Connor Dow heads to the free throw line. So Connor Dow here tonight. Another fantastic night for him. 14 points, 8 rebounds. He has 4 or 5 from the line. First one on the way is good. Yeah, we mentioned that Dow hit the floor pretty hard going into the locker room, but he is just fine. To the delight of ORU fans' ears. ORU shooting 50% in the second half. They're 8 of 16. The Roos much better in this second half. 9 of 13 for the field. Second one on the way from Dow. Takes a friendly bounce. Back to a 14-point lead, 67-53. So Evans brings it across. Goes left around a palm screen, but Neve stays with him. He's at the left wing. Evans now back to the head of the key. Goes left to right at the wing now. Beats top of the circle for Branch. 14 to shoot. Branch trying to cross over inside on Neve. Steps through. Layup good and a foul. Impressive take there from Carmelo Branch. He draws the 4th on Ofri Neve and a chance for a 3-point play. Team foul number 6 on ORU. So here's Carmelo Branch, 88% free throw shooter. He has missed one here tonight. He's 2 of 3. Now tied for the team lead with 18 points. Him and Petty. A Branch chance to claim the title for himself. Free throw on the way. Missed it again. And the rebound to Ty Harper. Remains 12-point advantage for ORU. Neve off the handoff. Now he gets double-teamed out of nowhere. Neve a jump pass nearly turned it over. Furnished with a one-handed grab in half court. Now Harper on the right wing with 20 to shoot. Harper, a few crossovers. Spins to the lane. Fadeaway jumper of the Summit League logo, and he gets fouled. He airballed it well short. I was going to say there's no way he missed it that badly. And he did get hit on the elbow, so 2 shots coming for Ty Harper. Fouls on Jason Petty. That is his 4th, so that is something to look out for. Again, tied for the team lead with 18 points here tonight. Harper with 21. He's got 4 assists here tonight as well, which leads the team. He's 2 of 4 from the stripe. Harper a bend to the knees. The graduate student flicks it up with the left hand and scores. Mentioned averaging 30 points a game over his last 4, and that's on 45% shooting. So it's not an inefficient 30 a game. I mean, he has been unreal. Can't say enough about his game on Thursday. 47, made national headlines. He rattled in the second free throw. Substitution for ORU. Connor Dow subs out for Chase Martin. They're going to leave Neve in there with 4 fouls. Shows you the trust between player and coach. ORU showing a little bit of 2-3 zone here. First time we've seen that out of the Golden Eagles here tonight. Branch with it, far right wing. Now head of the key off for Grady. Grady head of the key, and there's a kick ball by Neve. It ends up in the hands of Chase Martin, whose eyes got real wide. It's like, oh, we may have a fast break opportunity. Instead, it's going to be a out-of-bounds play for Kansas City. They quickly get it in for Evans between the circles. Evans crosses over to the right. ORU back into the man-to-man defense. Evans, fadeaway jumper from 10. Got it. Smooth move there from C.J. Evans. He's up to 9 points. He's got 5 assists as well to lead the team. Back to a 12-point game. We tick under 9 minutes to play. Harper hands it off for Martin at the KC logo at midcourt. Now he works his way to the right corner. Hands off for Neve at the right wing. Neve finds Killips on the cut, works his way inside. Right-handed layup, good. Martin's Killips, an aggressive take, and he's into the scoring column on a first attempt. 71-57, ORU in front. Man, this offense has been just a different type of good over the last few games. Branch hands off for Booker Laurie, far from the basket. Under 8.5 to play. Booker Laurie spins around to the left block. Fadeaway jumper, no good. The rebound batted off of Chase Martin out of bounds. His palm just kind of volleyball spiked it at his ankle. Babakar Mbang is going to check in. Cal Furnish is also going to check in. So Kashim to the bench, Ty Harper to the bench for each team. Baseline out of bounds for Branch. Hits it in for Mbang, who finds Evans off of a screen, head of the key. 16 to shoot for the Roos. Evans Feeds it. Palm, left wing three. Too strong on that one. And that's not really the shot you want if you're Kansas City. ORU catches a break there. Furnish tucked it off for Martin, who gives it right back to him. Far right wing in front of his head coach. Now between the circles for Martin. Angles left. Gets a screen by Killips. Martin wants to back his way in on Booker Laurie. Quick double team. Yeah, Martin nearly had it poked away. Now he does. Turns it over. Here comes Evans on the run. Outside for Branch, left wing. Next whistle will send us to a timeout. Corner three, Booker Laurie left and short. And the rebound to Neve. What a box out by Cal Furnish. He shoved Jerome Paul, 6'10", out of the way, giving up a foot of height. Killips, right corner three. He's got it. Killips, a quick 5 points off the bench in this second half. And ORU back in front by 17. Branch looking for the answer. Swings it back out. Evans with it left wing. With 20 to shoot. Evans working on Killips. Evans sneaks his way through, and a whistle and a foul on his way into the paint. Who will the foul be on? It looks like it may be on Luke Gray. Actually, it's going to be on Martin's Killips, I beg your pardon. And that'll send us to a immediate timeout. Oral Roberts back up 17 after the Martin's Killips triple from the right corner. And the Golden Eagles remain in control on the road. 7:14 left to go. The Golden Eagles 74 and the Roos 57. When we come back on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast. Whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial, sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of four with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our four locations to experience the power of four for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit. This is Jack Turner, number 0, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
ORU leading 74-57, 7:14 left to go here from Kansas City. And before we get out of the timeout, big shout to the ORU women winning by 15 earlier today, 67-52 over the St. Thomas Tommies. They lock up the 4 seed in the Women's Summit League tournament. And just like the men who will be taking on Kansas City in back-to-back games, they'll be taking on the Tommies in back-to-back games in the 4-5 game. Winner of that will face the winner of North Dakota State and then the winner of the play-in game, which is Omaha. So big shout to Sophie Anderson and her crew for a big win earlier today at the Baby Center on Senior Day. CJ Evans at the free throw line for Kansas City knocks through the first, and he overtakes double figures with 10. Pretty even day for him. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Tied for the team lead in the assist category. One more free throw on the way, and Evans rattled through. Pressure full court here from Kansas City as Neve gets it into Dow. They quickly retreat as Harper's got it now across the timeline. Harper far sideline. Jump pass up top for Dow. Straight on. Dow drives inside, gets all the way to the cup and scores with a left hand. Nice drive from Connor Dow. He's up to 18 points. Second leading scorer for Oral Roberts here tonight. There's a deflection, and Neve with a turnover. Here comes Harper all alone. This time the windmill. Showtime tie. Harper in the open floor. Added to the highlight reel. Number 1 showing off in the regular season finale. Man, that was fun. He tried to do it earlier. He got fouled in the process. This time he had enough room. Long-range Branch 3. That one rims in and out, and a foul on the rebound. the top 100 JUCO recruit per Rivals. Played in 28 games. Second one from Dockery on the way. Missed it short. Mbang with the back tap, but it is out of bounds, and it'll stay. Or it'll go back, rather, to Oral Roberts. And Kansas City's going to challenge this. And now they're not going to challenge it. So Marvin Menzies had the signal up, and then he says, never mind. We're going to go back to the original call. It's ORU basketball after all that confusion. They lead it 78-60 with 6.5 even left to go. Here goes Harper going in between the legs all the way to the top of the key. Harper swings it back outside for Gray. Now right corner for Neve. Neve backs his way in. Neve, and he's shoved to the ground by Petty. Petty wanted a flop call. He's not going to get it, and that is Petty's fifth, so his day is done. So Jason Petty fouls out. That is a big blow for Kansas City. Petty with 18 points, 1 rebound. Time for the team lead in scoring, and his regular season is over. Big embrace from the head coach, Marvin Menzies, and the rest of his staff. So 1-1 here for Ofri Neve, and the front end rims out. Ball pinball straight up into the air, and it is out of bounds off of ORU. So Kansas City with the basketball back with 6:16 left to go. ORU is 29-51 for the field here tonight. Another offensive clinic from the Golden Eagles, something we haven't been able to say much this year. Branch gives it up for Evans, left wing. Evans tried to bounce underneath, picked off by lobs it ahead for Neve, who makes a leaping catch through traffic, hangs and hits. Makes it back to a 20-point game, 80-60. Ofri Neve with a nice layup make. Kashim Grady on the other side had his three tipped. Mbang with a rebound, and he loses it out of bounds. The Golden Eagles in firm control here on a Saturday night, Kansas City. Neve waves the offense with his offhand. Gives it up for Gray. Head of the key, 19 to shoot. Gray looking for Harper, doesn't have him. Gray will square up for a right wing three. He's got it! Luke Gray, his third three ball on 5 attempts. He's got 17 points. And another great offensive outing for the sophomore out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Averaging nearly 13 a game over his last 7. And you see why. ORU back to the zone defense. Grady lobs it up top, and a foul on Killips as the intended target was Scott. He got bumped on the way up. That is the third on Martins. So Scott to the free throw line. Aaron Scott, 4 points. He's 0 of 1 for the stripe here tonight. ORU with their largest lead at 23, 83-60. Scott's first free throw, the 1-and-1, too strong. And Neve rips down the rebound for the Golden Eagles. Neve brings it across patiently. And Harper retrieves the handoff. Harper gets a screen to the left by Gray, uses it. It's a good one from Gray as well. Harper puts his man in jail, got it stripped on the way in, and it'll be out of bounds. Off of Kansas City, 13 to shoot for Oral Roberts. Baseline out of bounds. Harper's got it right now. Lobs it right wing for Gray, left open for three where he just hit it. He's got another one. 4th three of the ball game for Luke Gray. And he's got a career-high 20, which he ties from Omaha. He had 20 just about 2 weeks ago. Step back, Branch three, left wing. He responds. So let's see if we can get Luke Gray to career high here tonight. 20 points, 4 rebounds. Another efficient night, too. 7 of 13 for the field. 4 of 6 from downtown. Here's Harper on the other end. Dumps it off. Dow with a pump fake and lays it in. Nice find from Ty Harper. Assist number 6 for him. 25-point ORU lead, 88-63. I mean, what a turnaround this has been over the last couple of weeks. Branch, backdoor cut for Evans. Got it blocked by Gray. ORU out and running. Killips ahead of the pack. He'll go up with a right hand, lays it in, and the foul. The cherry on top for Martins Killips. And ORU dominant here on Saturday night. One more at the line for the freshman out of Latvia. And ORU with a 90-63 lead. We'll go to our final timeout of the ball game. 3:51 left. All smiles for the guys from Tulsa. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Welcome to Lamar Outdoor Advertising, the largest outdoor advertising company in the U.S. and one of the most successful operators in the outdoor advertising industry. We offer advertising in 2/3 of the top 50 markets in the country, as well as over 100 years of experience to help you make the most of this valuable marketing tool. Please visit our website, www.lamar.com, to learn more about our award-winning team and services. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, too. Let us know how we can best assist you when we return to the line.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 7, Martin Killips, and you're listening to Golden Eagles basketball on ORU Sports Network.
3 minutes and 51 seconds separates Oral Roberts for their first road win in over 2 years. 34 consecutive road losses dating back to January 3rd, 2024. And, well, it is all Golden Eagles here tonight. Oral Roberts 90, Kansas City 63. Ty Harper leading the way with 25 points. Luke Gray and Connor Dow each with 20. Luke Gray tying career high. Dow 3 shy of his career high. Martins Killips at the line to try and complete the three-point play after he was fouled. That sent us to this timeout, but it has been just a fun team to watch over the last few weeks. Free throw rims in and out for Killips. Remains 90-63. Largest lead of the game for Oral Roberts at 27. Kasheem Grady with it left wing. Works his way to the head of the key. Grady over to Branch. Extra pass into the corner for Evans. They bounce it underneath. The zone defense working out for OU. Grady gets around the defense, pulls up from 15 and knocks it through. Kasheem Grady up to 6 points. It's been a quiet night for him. Martin brings it across the timeline, hands off for Killips. And ORU, a team that has been towards the bottom of the offensive categories in the Summit League, as Ty Harper throws it down on the backdoor cut. A nice find from Yamanuchi Williams. Another dunk for Ty. He's got 3 of them tonight. He's at 92-65, but ORU averaging just 72.6 points per game. They have a chance to hang triple digits for a second consecutive game here tonight. 8 points away from that. 92-65. Branch gets hung up left wing, exchanges with Scott right back to Branch. 5 to shoot. Branch skips his way through the lane, got fouled on the way in. He'll shoot 2. Foul will go on Chase Martin. That is his 4th. 2:37 left to go. So Carmelo Branch leads the team with 21 points, 7 of 13 from the field. He's 5 of 10 from 3, 2 of 4 from the stripe. His first free throw goes down. Back in for the Roos, Trey Booker Laurie, and then Cal Furnish and Aaron Jacob in for ORU. Ty Harper takes a seat. I doubt we will see him again. Ofri Neve also back in, or back out rather. I would doubt we will see him again as well. So Harper finishes with 27. Branch's second free throw left it short, and a one-handed rebound by Killips. So the last 3 games for Ty Harper, 29, 47, 27. I'd say that's pretty good. Martin with it, right wing. Wanted Jacob on the roll. Now he finds him on the right block. Trying to get AJ in the scoring column. He fades away, got it blocked, gets his own miss back, and he turns it over. Right over to Paul, but now here comes Kansas City. Grady with it, deep left wing as we approach 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. They bounce it underneath. Paul left block. Gets around Jacob, scores it, and the foul. So Jacob with his first personal. And one foul shot cut for Jerome Paul. One shot for Paul. He's 1 for 2 with the stripe. That's where his point has come from here tonight, and he misses that one, and a travel on Yamanuchi Williams. I think he stepped on somebody's foot. Kind of a freak accident there. We have a final out of the Twin Cities, and St. Thomas pulls away from Omaha, 68-53, the final there. So Omaha ends up losing, and that shakes up the seeding just a little bit in Sioux Falls. Palm with the basketball after the inbounds play. And Booker Lowry gets fouled on the way up. So this is what the standings look right now. North Dakota State 14-2, the 1 seed. St. Thomas 12-4, the 2 seed. North Dakota 10-6, the 3 seed. Now with the Omaha loss, South Dakota is the 4 seed. Denver is the 5 seed. Omaha is the 6 seed. As Booker Lowry fires the free throw and misses everything. South Dakota State, the 7 seed at 7-9, and then ORU going to be 4-12 after tonight in conference play. They will be the 8 seed, and Kansas City will be the 9 seed. Booker Lowry misses them both. 92-68, ORU in front. Martin brings it across, feeds it right wing for Cal Furnish. Head of the key, Yamanuchi Williams dribbles left, hands off. Killips, long range 3, rattles in and out. Lowry, the rebound, he's off and running through a pack of Golden Eagles, crosses over and loses it right to Killips. Now Furnish on the run. They'll bring it across near sideline and slow it down under 90 seconds to play. Furnish gets the play call from Corey Alford on the bench, hands off for Martin. Now exchanges a couple of times with Furnish. He's got the basketball. Furnish, pull up from 15 on the way, rattles home. Cal Furnish up to 7 points. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. And that'll put a bow on it. 94-68 ORU. 1 minute left to go. Pull up 3 on the other side for Grady. That one bounces off the rim, and the rebound goes off of Yamanuchi Williams out of bounds. The baseline out of bounds for Kashim Grady and the Ruse. Grady surveys, quickly gets it into Scott, gets it right back from him in the left corner. Grady will fire a 3 from there, left it short, and the rebound for Cal Furnish. About a 20-second difference between shot and game clock. Furnish dribbles left. He's got it back after an exchange with Martins Killips. 15 to shoot. All ORU all night. Furnish trying to put a bow on it. Too strong on the 3 from straight on. And the rebound bounces to Carmelo Branch. Branch to Grady. Right back to Branch, left wing. Nearly had it poked away by Furnish. 16 to play here from Kansas City. Branch spins inside, kicks it out. Palm extra pass. Booker Lowry skips inside, layup up and good with 7.5 seconds left to go. And all ORU has to do is dribble this thing out. The Golden Eagles peaking at the right time. Winners of 3 in a row. The final score, ORU 94 and Kansas City 70. They end that so frustrating road losing streak. The longest one in the country no longer belongs to the Golden Eagles. 34 in a row. Goodbye. Once again, the final score, the Golden Eagles 94 and the Kansas City Ruse 70. The Golden Eagles up to 9-22 on the year, 4-12 in conference play. The Ruse finished the regular season at 4-26 and 1-15. And well, these two teams will see each other once again on Wednesday night in the 8-9 game up in Sioux Falls. And that's when we will have ORU basketball for you again. But we'll recap it all in the Empire Fence postgame show. ORU's dominant performance here tonight and a conversation with the head coach, Corey Barnett. Once again, ORU winners on the road for the first time since 2024. The final, the Golden Eagles 94 and the Roos 70. Recapping it all for you when we come back on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season's here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. Dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
A full breakdown, reaction, and analysis of Golden Eagle basketball comes your way right now. Hear from head coach Corey Barnett and more on the Empire Defense Post-Game Show. Once again, here's Connor Clark.
Welcome back inside the Twitty Center here in Kansas City. And Oral Roberts winners in dominant fashion tonight. The final score, the Golden Eagles 94 and Kansas City 70. This is the Empire Fence Post-Game Show. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. So glad you stuck with us here on this Saturday night. ORU has now won 3 games in a row, and what a time to do so. You wrap up the regular season on a super, super high note, and all of a sudden you got loads and loads of momentum heading into the conference tournament on Wednesday night in Sioux Falls. So let's break it down for you. Oral Roberts shoots it at an alarming rate if you're the opposition. 59% here tonight. They make 36 field goals on 61 attempts, 9 of 21 from downtown, and 13 of 23. Kind of an uncharacteristic night from the free throw line, but it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. They put up 42 rebounds to Kansas City's 27. They just dominate the glass, and that was a big reason why they dominated the game here tonight. Kansas City shot at 41% from the field, 9 of 27 from downtown, and 15 of 28 from the free throw line. They were much better in the second half. They were 15 of 27 from the field versus their 8 of 29 in that first half, but it was just not enough for this high-powered ORU offense, which is something we have not been able to say about the Golden Eagles in quite some time. But, man, what a time to be saying that as we turn the calendar to March here in just a few hours. And that is when things really start to get legit. And we'll talk with head coach Corey Barnett about that in just a few moments. He's actually extremely early here tonight, so maybe we'll just talk to him right now. So here is the head coach, Corey Barnett. You're early.
Yes,
You're never
quick.
early.
Well, I'm trying to get on this bus and get home.
That's an understandable point. Well,
Yeah.
let's break things down here before we get on that bus. Just third win in a row for your squad. And
Yeah.
you guys have been playing some really, really good basketball, especially on the offensive side of the basketball. And I know that we've talked prior, and you said this team has run into a shooting problem. Well, shooting problem no more. They shoot it at 59% rate, 3 20-point scores for the first time since 2017, and another magnificent display of offense from your squad.
Yeah, I thought the guys persevered through. I mean, we treated every possession like it was 0-0, and they had a high level of intentionality to them. And man, 20 assists, 8 turnovers. I couldn't be more proud with the way that they shared the ball and how connected they looked. I mean, that was the most. I know it was the best offense that it has looked in a long time, but to me, it was the most connected team we've had in a long time. Just the way that they moved it and celebrate each other's success. That's what it looks like. So we got this team we know on Wednesday, and that game Wednesday is going to be won by tomorrow resting and the next day resting. So,
yeah, kind of a weird situation. We got to play the same team back to back, and not only do you guys shoot the ball extremely well, but you dominate the glass tonight, 42-27,
Yeah.
and you got 7-0 boards, defensively 35-21. Connor Dow was a huge part of that, and it just the disbursement of rebounds overall was pretty even outside of him. And what did you like about your team's just relentlessness on the boards here tonight?
yeah, it's just, I mean, they're a very physical, athletic team, and I just thought we brought a hit-first mentality into here right from the jump. I mean, I thought we had a maturity right away, which with the long senior night and with the long stretches and not really getting to warm up, I was a little bit concerned about how we would come out, but they showed a lot of maturity coming out and punching first, and then not stopping with that first initial run. They kept at it, and I was very proud of their focus.
So Ty Harper averages 37 a game over the last 2 this
That's
week.
not bad.
And yeah, that'll
If you
play.
could do that next week, it'd be fun.
And that'll be great.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the level of attack that he plays with right now, and it just does not seem like there is anybody in A, the Summit League, and B, a mid-major that can guard Ty Harper right now, maybe even in the country.
No, I mean that's the Ty Harper that I know. Like, and it was finding that groove and being able to find that within what we do and not fighting it and just playing great basketball. And I thought he's really settled in. And he's just poised on every single possession. He hunts great shots and he's on balance. I mean, yes, he has 27 points, awesome. 6 assists to 2 turnovers. He just saw the court. He was patient. He made the right passes. He throws strike. His intentionality in every single huddle, the way he's leading, the way he's cutting guys off when I'm trying to talk to make sure they're locked in. He has a different level of urgency. He can feel this march coming, and I think he has a serious edge to him, which obviously as our leading scorer and our leader, we need that.
The last thing for you now, you turn the calendar over to March. This is when things get a little real, a little crazy, a little unexpected. How do you prepare your team for this coming week's conference tournament?
Yeah, it's just the mindset of just taking it one possession at a time. I mean, I don't think you make it bigger than it is. Yes, it's March. Yes, is there more on the line? Sure. We approach every possession like it's 0-0, and if you keep doing that, the score will take care of itself. Just we're result based. We're next possession. We're trying to be the most connected, hardest playing team, and when we do that, I think the result will ultimately end in the spot that we want. So,
Coach, happy bus ride back to Tulsa tonight.
Happy bus ride.
Congrats on 3 in a row, and we'll talk to you next week.
Let's get that barbecue, brother.
Absolutely. That's the head coach, Corey Barnett, here on the Empire Fence postgame show. Great stuff from KB, as always, and early KB here tonight as well. But we mentioned that's the first time ORU has had 3 20-point scores for the first time since 2017. You got to go all the way back to January 21st. It was against Omaha, where it was 28, 26, 24 was a disbursement. Tonight, it's 27, 20, and 20 from Ty Harper, Luke Gray, and Connor Dow. And if you're a Golden Eagle fan, I know last season was a tough one to get through, and at points this season has been a tough one to get through. You mentioned the 13-game losing streak, and even the season before that. I mean, it's been the win total of 12, 7, and 9. And I know the record still doesn't look pretty. 9 and 22 doesn't look pretty to anybody in that locker room. It doesn't look pretty to any of you fans, and we're all aware of that. However, over the last 3 games, and it is somebody who's in and around this program and sees, this coaching staff and the players a lot, this looks and embodies every bit of a brand new squad. And what a time for this to be happening for Coach Corey Barnett. And you can't help but feel just so happy for that coaching staff. And I know the job is far from done. I know this, winning 3 in a row, the world isn't won. They know that. We know that. But the fact that they've been able to turn this around over the last few weeks has been really, really fun to watch. And hopefully, well, the journey is far from finished, as these two teams will face off again on Wednesday night in the 8-9 play-in game in Sioux Falls. And then the winner of that will face off against the number 1 seed in North Dakota State. And, well, if Oral Roberts completes the 3-game sweep of these Kansas City Roos, well, keep in mind where you took NDSU into double overtime at their place. I know both teams a lot different now than they were then. That was the second game of conference play. But both teams are playing at a very, very high level. And I hope we get to see that matchup up in Sioux Falls. I think that could be a really, really fun game. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. These two teams, again, will face off for a third and final time on Wednesday night. So that'll do it for the 2025-26 regular season. It is in the books. The records are 0-0 for everyone now. Now you flip the page. Now things, as we mentioned with Coach KB, start to feel real, start to get real, start to get crazy, and it is the best time in the college basketball calendar. We turn it to March in a mere 3 hours or so if you're in the Central Time Zone. So buckle up, get ready. It's going to be a ton of fun, and we cannot wait to bring you every single second of it here on the ORU Sports Network. We will have wall-to-wall coverage of every single men's game up in Sioux Falls and every single women's game up in Sioux Falls for Coach Corey Barnett and Coach Sophie Anderson. We will talk with both of them on Monday on our ORU Basketball Coaches Show from 11 to noon at Waldo's at 71st and Yale. That'll be a really, really fun one to talk about as both programs come off of a win here today and bring some good momentum into the conference tournament. So what a blast this has been over this 3-game win streak. The offense looks phenomenal. Pretty much both ends of the floor look phenomenal. And you mentioned the connectivity of this team is just – it's been fun to watch it grow, and hopefully it continues to do so. So that'll do it for us here from the Swinney Center and for the regular season. Big thanks to our sponsorship group, as always, for helping us put on these great broadcasts each and every single night. Big thanks to our ORU Sports Network crew for making us look and sound great with each and every single game that goes by. And a big thanks to all of you for making us a part of your Saturday night festivities. Oral Roberts back in action on Wednesday against Kansas City yet again in the Summit League tournament in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. This is Connor Clark saying so long from Kansas City, Missouri. We'll talk to you Monday during the Coaches Show at 11 a.m. So we hope you stop by. We hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday night and the rest of your weekend. You've been listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.